Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Star.
Thanks, Sheriff Bradshaw. Members of the PBSO gang unit, with the assistance of the PBSO SWAT team, the federal ATF, and the West Palm Beach Police Department, executed several search warrants in the ongoing firearms narcotics investigation. The search warrants resulted in the seizure of several weapons, ammunition, drugs, and money. PBSO is committed to removing these weapons from the hands of dangerous and violent street gangs in Palm Beach County. A young woman's body was discovered tied up in some mangroves back in 1974. Almost 50 years later, she's been identified as Susan Poole. Detective William Springer talks about this new lead and how the public can help with the case.
We tried this new technology, and like I said, we were able to get a match, and she was identified as Susan Gail Poole, born in February the 12th, 1957. What I'm looking for now is the possibility of locating some of her friends that she had back then in the trailer park.
We want you to be aware of a scam involving an imposter who claims to be from PBSO. They will tell you a member of your family has a warrant for their arrest for missing court, but the warrant can be rectified by a dollar amount. Call 911 if you get this phone call. The VERT unit stands for Volunteer Emergency Response Team, and they play a huge role in our agency. This unit operates 24/7 and trains quarterly. For those who want to join the team or for more information about our many volunteer positions, send an email to volunteer@pbso.org.
Pedestrian.
We're at the Palm Beach County Fairgrounds driving pad to do our Volunteer Emergency Response Team annual recertification. The VERT unit trains usually quarterly, and we usually mix in if we have new participants. We usually bring them in and do trainings in between to try and get them up to speed so that they can participate in those quarterly trainings.
Angle yourself, because when you're facing that way, you're really not going to see all that.
Okay. My name is Casey, and I'm the captain of the VERT unit. VERT is the Volunteer Emergency Response Team. Currently, we have 18 certified VERT members.
We want you to direct at least 2 directions of traffic. Once you finish that up, I want to see you properly exit the intersection. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. You ready to begin?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So today we came out and we have a series of tasks that the volunteers have to show proficiency in order to continue to direct traffic for the county during emergencies and when we have roadway closures. The first item that we have is to go ahead and carry 20 pounds of weight 50 feet just to certify their physical shape and that they can stand and be out in the intersection. They then move on to a single lane intersection demonstration where they show that they can control traffic during single lanes moving one direction at a time. Once we recertify them in the single lane direction, we then move them to a multi-lane intersection. During the multi-lane intersection, they work in pairs where they're allowed one direction of travel to flow at a time. They have to work in concert with each other and go ahead and communicate as to which direction. Now when we look for this, we look to make sure that they contain a consistent flow of traffic so that there's an expectation of the drivers on when they can expect to go. So we may go clockwise or counterclockwise, but we always continue that rotation so that the drivers have a good idea of when they're going to be allowed to go.
The VERT unit operates 24/7. Our responsibility is to respond to emergency call-outs. Once we respond to a call-out that's initiated by deputies of the Sheriff's Office, we respond to that call-out. We relieve deputies from directing traffic, blocking roads, securing areas to be available for the community.
They provide tremendous resource. They're out there assisting us when we do roadway closures during emergencies.
There you are, sir. Perfect.
They're more likely going to be the ones that you see directing traffic on the roadways rather than deputies. It alleviates so much manpower for us to respond to calls and for them to provide their services on a volunteer basis is just phenomenal.
And we would like to congratulate our Volunteer of the Year, Volunteer Sergeant Alan D. Anderson. His dedication to detail and the enormous amount of time he donates to maintain important PBSO equipment makes him a valued member of our team and a worthy recipient of this award. PBSO is proud of our Motors Unit for receiving the Distinguished Service Award from the Traffic Safety Council of Palm Beach County. Our team was recognized for their efforts to keep Palm Beach County roadways safe for all. We thank all the drivers who commute on the roads safely with the proper speed and always look out for others to avoid accidents. For those who don't, PBSO keeps a presence in our community, looking for speeders and aggressive drivers. The DUI unit was recognized by the Safety for Life Foundation for our efforts in 2021. This organization helps change dangerous behavior on and off the road to save lives. We promise to continue doing our part to take aggressive drivers and those driving under the influence off our roads. Avoiding truck-related incidents in our county is one of our priorities. For that reason, we're conducting safety checks and inspections on commercial vehicles for traffic violations and code enforcement. So if you or someone you know drives a truck, you've been warned. Often during the summer, the roads are wet and slippery. We ask you to please try to stay home during bad weather. If you're going to drive, we ask you to be extra cautious to avoid accidents like these. Move over, Palm Beach County. It's the law. If you see a stopped vehicle on the side of the road, move over or slow down 20 miles an hour less than the posted speed limit. Marianne Carnevale has helped children cross the streets in Palm Beach County for the last 27 years. Now she's crossing into retirement. We thank her for a lifetime of positivity and dedication to children's safety. If you would like to help school children of Palm Beach County as a crossing guard, we'd love to have you join our team. We're accepting applications for new crossing guards across Palm Beach County. This year, the Florida State Explorers Association held its annual conference in Palm Beach County. We had a great time hosting and learning alongside the many explorers in the state.
The Florida Sheriff's Explorers Association State Conference. All of the posts from all of the sheriff's agencies within the state come to compete.
They train in law enforcement-based scenarios. They compete in law enforcement-based scenarios. So it's anything that a law enforcement officer would respond to that they have to act and respond as a law enforcement officer would, and then they get judged and graded on that, on how well they do.
Jalen, can you move up? Sam, the license? No. Before anything, you have the license. Sheriff's office, let me see your hand. Get back in the vehicle. Stand up. Sorry. Driver, slowly make a 360-degree turn. Driver, walk back to the sound of my voice until I...
I'm from Nassau County.
I'm with Palm Beach County.
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
I'm from Manatee County.
You get to meet all sorts of other kids from across Florida, and it's a good time, and why not learn from other agencies, and it's just a good learning experience.
It's great that everybody showed up to our county, and we're very grateful for that, and I just wanted to thank the advisors as well. I think it's so beautiful that we have a bunch of kids here that really want to learn about law enforcement.
It's good to travel different places, get to see different agencies. Other agencies are also here too, so It's good to meet new people and be in a different environment.
So far, the most fun was definitely the firing range. However, I feel like that answer is going to change here after the active shooter. But definitely the firing range. It was a lot of fun, a lot of experience, and it was a great time.
Knoxville County is the president. Make the presence known. Stop. Come on. Open now, open now.
We hope the explorers are able to take away a lot of new techniques and training, and they're able to put their training into use that they've practiced for a long time. It also allows them to see other posts, build a camaraderie amongst the different groups, and network within each other.
The American flags were flying to honor Flag Day at PBSO. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says, "Our flag is a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and freedom, and that is why I always stand and honor it." If you've ever been to a military funeral, you know how honor guards fold the flag 13 times to complete the ceremony. Here's more on the meaning of the folds.
The first fold symbolizes faith in God Almighty, the one who was, the one who is, and the one who is to come. The second fold symbolizes the flag as our emblem of unity, power, and purpose as a nation. The third fold is where our hearts lie. Together we have all made the pledge. We are one nation under God and indivisible. The fourth fold echoes the words of Daniel Webster that God creates liberty only to those who love it and to those who are willing to defend it. The fifth fold symbolizes motherhood and fatherhood in tribute to their faith and loyalty and pardon to the patriots that have made this country great. The sixth fold reminds us that we're all Americans, an immigrant nation. We reflect the best and the brightest of all who reaches our shores. The seventh fold represents our happiness and blessings of family, friends, and loved ones. The eighth fold is a tribute to our armed forces. Alongside our comrades, we protect our country and our flag against all enemies, whether they're found within or outside the borders of the United States of America. The ninth fold represents victories from the Battle of Guadalcanal to the Battle of Tripoli, from the jungles of Vietnam to the desert sands of Kuwait, from the streets of Baghdad to the mountains of Afghanistan. Together we have served so that others may live in peace. The 10th fold reminds us of all POWs and MIA's faith. We celebrate those that have returned and are with us, and for those that remain accounted for, and those that have paid the ultimate price for freedom. We must be reminded they are gone, but not forgotten. The 11th fold represents a new day in infamy, September 11th, 2001. Let us not forget. The 12th fold reminds us that President Ronald Reagan once said, "There is no finer purpose than the preservation of freedom." The 13th and final fold of the flag reminds us of our future as a nation. For generations to come, the United States will remain the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office held their annual memorial to honor officers who lost their lives in the service to citizens of Palm Beach County.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And may the Lord continue to be with you. Make this prayer in his precious name. Amen.
Recently, the Palm Beach County Board of County Commissioners honored fallen deputy sheriffs Dante Manuel and Jonathan Wallace by renaming a portion of State Road 715. These brave officers made the ultimate sacrifice, and for that, we will always remember them. Deputy Manuel's wife and Deputy Wallace's mother shared their thoughts about this honor.
Such a wonderful way to honor my husband's life. He loved his job, he loved what he did, and despite the loss, my family and I know he lost his life doing what he loved.
Thank you for this act that we will always remember them in our hearts forever. To the officers of Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, I don't know so many other faces anymore, but I am grateful for you and your sacrifice. There's not a day go by that I don't pray for you, that you make it home to your families, that your sons and daughters will get to see their dads and moms again.
And PBSO was at the South Florida National Cemetery, honoring all those who paid the ultimate price on Memorial Day. It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of retired Sergeant Arlene D'Alessandro. She served honorably and with distinction at PBSO from April 1988 to November 2006. We also honor retired communications supervisor Mark Phillips, who recently passed away. Mark served honorably and with distinction from December 1985 to June 2015. We remember retired Captain Charles Lowell, who worked with PBSO for 27 years. Let's keep the Lowell family in our thoughts and prayers. We remember and honor the memory of Deputy Sheriff Frank D. Genovese, who passed away exactly 40 years ago serving Palm Beach County. To protect and serve was his oath. To honor him is our duty. And our honor guard and motor unit accompanied our brothers and sisters from the City of Tallahassee Police Department at the funeral of their fallen officer, Christopher Fariello, who recently passed away at the age of 33.
I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, and I'm pleased to announce that text to 911 is now available in Palm Beach County. Even though this technology is now available, it's important for you to still call when you can and text when you can't. And here's a few things you need to know about text to 911.
When should you text? Texting to 911 is an option for individuals that are deaf, hard of hearing, have a speech impairment, or in an emergency situation where a voice call is not possible. With texting to 911 now available, why is it still so important to call? When seconds matter, a conversation is the best and fastest way for a dispatcher to retrieve and deliver life-saving information. There is no replacement to the calm voice on the other end of a line in a true emergency. How does it work? Your phone must have a data plan that supports texting. Find the text icon on your phone. Tap New Message, type 911, no space or dash in the To field. Make sure to include the street address, city, and/or town. Include the type of emergency, police, fire, or medical. Currently, our system is not capable of receiving photos or videos, just plain text messages. Do not send a group text. And do not use acronyms, abbreviations, or emojis. 911 responders will reply to your text. If your text didn't go through, you'll receive a message letting you know.
Also, remember that calling or texting to 911 when it's not an emergency and it's on purpose could be a crime. It can distract attention away from people who truly need help. Don't text and drive ever. And lastly, please remember, call when you can, text when you can't.
And now, some news and notes from around the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Teamwork makes the dream work. Here at PBSO, we couldn't do all that we do for our community if it wasn't for our great partners. Thank you to everyone who supports our efforts to keep Palm Beach County safe. For people who want to obtain background checks or public record requests at the Central Records main lobby on Southern Boulevard, there's a change in the operating hours. The new hours will be Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. PBSO welcomes everyone and loves all. To the LGBTQ community in Palm Beach County, we hope it was a great Pride Month. Deputy Sheriff Matthew Borat was presented with his retirement certificate after 26 years of service at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Join us in thanking him for all of his work. We wish him a very happy retirement. Join us in wishing Sergeant Kearney a happy, healthy retirement. We thank her for 25 years of service to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office and the citizens of Palm Beach County. Congratulations to Deputy Edgar Guarin on receiving the Life-Saving Award. He was handed an 8-month-old girl, unconscious, not alert, and bleeding from the mouth. Deputy Guarin delivered rescue breaths to the baby and is being credited with saving the child. Great job. If you want to make a difference in the lives of others, come join our team. We're hiring. PBSO has different job opportunities for both sworn and civilian positions. Visit our website for more information. A special event for our deputies and their daughters at the Daddy and Daughter Dance. Thanks to our community partners for such a wonderful event. Carlos Jean Baptiste is one of the kids PBSO mentored at our PAL Youth Center in Boynton Beach. After graduating from high school, he enlisted into the U.S. Army, and recently Carlos graduated from basic combat training. We are so proud. There are deeds that should not go unnoticed. We thank Christ Fellowship Church for visiting our station in Royal Palm Beach and bringing us food. We couldn't do our job without the support of our community. Just a friendly reminder to never leave a loved one in a hot car, which includes pets. Animals can't handle the heat as well as humans can. Thanks to the National Weather Service for putting these incredible reminders together to avoid catastrophes. They include the fact that animals can die of heat stroke within 15 minutes. We love serving the community in so many ways, even serving people ice cream. Check out how we spent National Ice Cream Day. Our community policing is staying busy this summer, visiting summer camps and driving the Funmobile to different areas in our community, where we meet with tons of great Palm Beach County kids. 40 students from the FAU Criminal Justice and Criminology Summer Camp got a behind-the-scenes law enforcement day. These young people enjoyed meeting with PBSO professionals. PBSO also visited with Harmony in the Streets summer camps throughout the county, making sure Palm Beach County children are safe. We want our children to know we're always here for them. We hosted a Pizza with a Deputy party at the Green Acres Youth Center, where we had an amazing group discussion. The teens got a better understanding of what it's like to be a deputy during these times. Also, the deputies got an understanding of what it's like to be a teenager. Congratulations to the 4 recipients of the Cops Helping Kids Scholarship Awards. Each recipient received $1,500 for being an outstanding role model to their peers, as well as for their academic achievement. Florida Senate Bill 226 establishes the Care for Retired Police Dogs program. The program will help caregivers of retired police dogs pay for veterinary costs of the dogs. Governor Ron DeSantis said at the signing of the bill, "After dedicating their lives to protecting and serving our communities, it's important that we ensure that these canines are cared for." PBSO would like to recognize the Lazy Dog Restaurant in West Boca Raton for their participation in this year's Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch Golf Tournament and for the continued support of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. We are forever thankful. Thank you to Brain Bowl for their support 2 years in a row. The organization donated $15,000 to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Foundation to assist with our efforts to get more search and rescue canines. We want to thank Wawa for the hoagies. This lovely act is part of their Hoagies for Heroes initiative, which aims to show appreciation to all the first responders in the community. As a community, we are better together. PBSO recently distributed donated shoes to hardworking farm workers. We want to thank the organization and Jacob's Shoes and the Peanut Country Store for making the event possible. This was not your average call. Thanks to the work of our PBSO deputies, Allie the alligator was safely removed from a local neighborhood and taken to a location in LaBelle. 104 never looked better. Jane Smith celebrated her special birthday by participating as a guest in our Sheriff for a Day program. Happy 104th, Ms. Smith. And let's leave you with a tribute to all the deputies who are dads. We put together this video to show the smiling faces as they celebrated Father's Day. Now, back to you, Sheriff Bradshaw.
Okay, that'll do it for this episode of Behind the Star. On behalf of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, thank you for watching.